Will from the Will of Gaming, and I am here with Theo586. We are going to be doing a new segment, so this is going to be the first ever episode that we've ever done. So this is called Interviewing a Streamer. I'm also planning on doing interviewer, so if you guys are interested in being a part of that, be sure to let me know either on Discord or whatever, and then we'll talk about a date or something like that. So, Theo, you are a streamer. So, how are you today, Theo?
Doing well. Just looking at your stream. By the way, I like the layout that you
I
have
know
here.
it's cheap as hell, and it was something that I came up with in like literally 5 minutes. I'm not
That's
even
pretty
lying.
cool. That's pretty cool though.
I
Like
just
make
found a random background, put a thing on, and just did something. That's what I did, because I wasn't sure what I was gonna do today because I thought because you were at PAX, I thought you were like gonna go like all weekend. And then so because I never been to a PAX or a convention, so I have no idea how those work. So I'm thinking, you know what? I didn't think that you were gonna be up for it. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. He's going to PAX and stuff. And then so I'm like, you know what? I was gonna message you yesterday actually to ask you if you were still up for it, but so you messaged me this morning. So I'm like, oh crap, I gotta set up. So I got a little late. So that's why I'm a little late. So
yeah, no, I was like we got to there like around 11 and left around 6, so we were literally like on our feet all day and I just got home and passed out, but besides that, I'm good now because I actually had some coffee and stuff like that. So
did you meet any celebrities or anything while you were there?
Like I said earlier, there was that guy near the bathroom. I don't know who he is, but
You got to explain people that story. So like try to
yeah.
like explain it again just so that way that people can who are going to watch this later can see it.
Okay, so like I don't want to say anything like I'm just saying he like had a boy band vibe to him. Like that's what I'll say.
He's probably like a rocker or something.
'Cause, like, so I was just sitting down because like we were so tired, and then like all of a sudden this group of girls went like they screamed at the top of their lungs, and like I saw it seemed like it was mostly like girls and older women, and like
Oh.
they saw him. And it looks like he just had to go to the bathroom, and they're like, "Oh my God!" And they were really trying hard to get his attention. And I was like, "Let him go to the bathroom first, and then get his
I was about to say, like, could you imagine if you were in the bathroom, like, and then you just hear a bunch of screaming girls, and then he comes into the bathroom? I'm like, are they screaming for you? Or then I could just imagine just the awkwardness that it'll feel when you walk out of the bathroom, you see a bunch of girls, you'd be like, what?
attention." But then it was like, they have enforcers or securities at these conventions. They
Yeah.
have enforcer on their shirt. So like I saw this one enforcer like as soon as the girl was screaming, he was just like, he looked down like, oh man, I have to like help this guy out.
Damn.
Like he just like had that look, oh, okay, time for me to do my job,
He's like, yeah, time for me to fucking work. Nah. I mean, I don't I don't know. How would you feel if like as a streamer that you got big enough to a point where you had fangirls and so whenever you went to a con, like I asked you this obviously off stream, but um what would you do if you had such a huge fan base that they would be screaming and following you to the bathroom to the point where you need security just to be like outside the door to make
Honestly, I wouldn't know how I would feel because I've never gotten to that point, nor I don't think I ever will get to that point. But
sure?
honestly, like, I would just like do my best to like sign some autographs, I guess, and get to the people who really wanted my attention. But at some point, you're a person too, and you just want to be like, mind my own business and like leave me alone, please. I don't know. Like, I don't know how I would react in that situation, and it all depends on, I think, my mood. Like, if someone did that to me, and I didn't have like any food that day, I don't, you know. It really,
Ah.
it really depends on your mood, I think, honestly.
See, I don't know if I could handle being that popular to a point where like people are screaming or like at me or something. It would just be so stressful, and I think it would just, since I'm a depressed person, it would just make my anxiety go up. It would just be like, oh my god, I don't even want to get out of this car or this house because I don't want to deal with people screaming in my face.
Yeah.
You don't want to do all that, so it's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But all right, so let's get started with some questions that I've written down, and answer these to the best of your ability if you want. If you can. So the first question is, how did you find Twitch?
So it's honestly hard for me to remember. I want to say that I found it through Twitter, just kind of looking around, seeing some tweets about it. Because I think I was on Twitter and Facebook before I was on Twitch. And honestly, it's such a blur because it was about like 2 years ago at this point or something like that. So it's like it's hard to remember exactly pinpoint.
So it was 2 years that you found it.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
So that's so like, what were your first initial thoughts when you saw like a Twitch channel? Remember the person that you saw?
I thought it was super cool. I mean, like, at first I was like, oh, that's cool. They're playing video games. And I was like, holy crap, they can actually respond to me if I type something in chat. I like when I probably saw some of the bigger streamers. So I was like, like I saw people chatting, and I was like, they're never gonna get my attention. But then when I see like smaller streamers, I feel like that's where you make like more of a connection with people. Like when there's like five other people on chat, it's like, oh yeah, they're totally gonna see my name if I say something.
Yeah.
Um, like that's where I started really getting into it when I found smaller streamers because like at first when I saw bigger streamers, like I don't know, I felt like yeah they probably are a little bit too into themselves for having that many people in chat. Being like, yeah, I got 200 people in chat, so what?
So did you so when were you scared the first time that you felt like you had to like when you first left like your first message saying hello or whatever to a streamer, like were you nervous to do that at first? Were you just hesitant? Were you just watching like a bunch of channels and then eventually worked up the courage and said hello and the one person that you were watching more than once?
I wasn't really nervous talking honestly like through chat because I mean, I've done that with other games like World of Warcraft. I'm used to talking through a chat through full of people like that didn't make me nervous at all. What made me nervous was, more actually streaming, having my face on stream and people can see me more. That made me more nervous than actually talking in chat.
So that leads me to my next question. What made you start streaming? What was the motivation?
I think honestly, I was like, well, I've always had trouble with like finding what exactly I wanted to do, and um, like I've always done like graphic design, and I still do that, but I think I got into it from being able to entertain other people, try to make them smile a little bit more through their days. I really enjoyed that part of streaming, and but like I think that really got me into it just to entertain people, I guess, and kind of like I actually like playing games with people a little bit more than I like playing by myself. So that's why I'm trying to find groups of people. Like I don't like being in a big group, but like one or two other people I like playing an online game with them or something and having other people tag along through chat. It's what I really like doing.
Mm, a great answer. What do you hope to achieve from streaming?
So like for the longest time, I really wanted partnership, and part of me still would love to have partnership because like I was like, oh man, wouldn't that be amazing if I could make this a career? But then I realized how hard and like almost annoying that that goal is to many other streamers. Like I see people achieve it, but man, you know it as much as I know it. That is really tough to become partnership on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, so I'm like, you know what? I want to stream as like if I want to talk to someone, I want to make it so I can connect with that person. So I make it a goal to try to just be more talkative, and I think I became less shy. Like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I was incredibly shy. I would barely like I would barely have the courage to go to like a restaurant and like order myself. You know, I remember when I
Mm,
was younger, I would like make my mom order because I would never want to like talk to random people because I didn't know how they would react. But you know, now I don't really care. I'm like whatever, you know.
I feel
From
like it was reversed for me. I feel like I was more nervous. I was more nervous to talk than to actually. No, I was more talkative when I was younger, but but like as I got older, I became afraid of talking to people. So that's kind of like what happened. I'm like, what? How does this happen? How was I not afraid of people become afraid of people? You know, so
yeah.
it was a really weird thing. I really don't know. But yeah, so um did so you did streaming. You started streaming, you said about 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So what so how did you set up? Like like what was the first game you've ever streamed? What was your game plan like just to set up that first stream, and how did it go?
So my first game was probably Super Mario Maker.
Super Mario Maker was the first game that you streamed. But so what was the did you get any viewers your first stream?
I can't honestly, I can't remember my first stream, but I do remember getting viewers relatively quick. Like once I got comfortable in front of the camera, because like people liked that I actually played Super Mario Maker and didn't rage as much as many streamers on Twitch apparently raged a lot. So people always said I was very calm, especially when I played Super Mario Maker. But you know, over 2 years, that will change your attitude of doing that for almost 2 years. But yeah, I remember getting an audience pretty quickly, and then you know, even if it wasn't that many, it was still like at least 15, 10 to 15-ish people just coming in, giving me levels, and oh man, I got some troll levels, and some levels were incredibly challenging, but I enjoyed it because like when I first did it, I was like, I opened up Super Mario Maker. I had no idea how the game worked, and just trying to get used to it. You know,
Yeah. Did you stream Mario Maker at around the time that it came out?
I don't think so. I think it's already been out for a little while. Honestly, I didn't know about Super Mario Maker until about Twitch. Actually, Twitch has opened up my eyes to many different video games that I might not have picked up if it wasn't for Twitch.
So, what did you do before streaming? Like before you decided to stream and before the whole idea of you what did you do as like a
So I've
hobby?
always been a graphic designer. I did a little bit web design as well, and I went to school for graphic design and had a bazillion fail. Well, they were good interviews, but a lot like you know, companies even today still define me as a designer. um, but you know, I still try designing today and streaming from time to time. I haven't streamed in a little while as of lately, but you know, I've always had a place in my heart for designing, and I think I always will. Especially, it's amazing how technology evolved because, like, you know, I see it today designing. You know, I've been trying to design for other streamers and stuff, and thinking of it like even 3 years ago. my portfolio looked way different and other designers like it's way different now in 2018.
It's just amazing that you could just see all this. Can you believe that it's been like 2 years since Twitch stream, or does it feel like do you feel like these 2 years went by really fast, or do you feel like they went?
I feel like the first year and a half um went by super fast because I got a lot of support. I still do have some good support, but like it's been a little less because I think I've been a little less active on Twitch. But I have been enjoying being a little bit more of a viewer lately on some other people's channels. So I've been just enjoying chilling in people's streams. But I feel like it went by really fast. But the last part of the second year felt like it went by super slow because there were moments where I got a little depressed myself and like I was like, what's the point of streaming? Like, I want to stream because I want to eventually consider myself to become partnered, but like, I feel like trying to get people's attention is actually really hard. It
Yeah,
is really hard to get people's attention and keep their attention. And sometimes you're like, some days you're just like, I don't want to do that.
yeah.
And some days you really feel it and you feel really inspired, but other days you're like, I can't do it today because they're like, I want to entertain people, like your mind wants to, but your body like can't physically do anything.
I get it. Um. My next question is, what games are you looking forward to that are coming up?
So the first game is Smash Brothers for the Switch.
Yes.
Definitely 100% looking forward to that. Actually, like when I was at the convention yesterday, I got a little crazy and bought some amiibos for the older Smash Brothers.
What did you get?
I got Dr. Mario.
Uh huh.
I got Lucario. I got Peach. Koopa Jr. I got Wii Fit Trainer. I didn't have the Luigi one, so I got Luigi, and I think there was one other. I have them behind me. Trying to remember what the last one it is. I think it was. What is it? Oh yeah. Wario is the other one I got as well.
Oh my god! Wow. Dang. So, are there any other games besides Smash that you're excited for?
I mean, I know Splatoon 2 isn't like it's already out, but I'm really looking forward to all the. I haven't done much of. I'm looking forward to the new DLC of that and any updates they come for Splatoon 2. I really love Splatoon, playing that, and also I'm really looking forward to Monster Hunter World for PC. I know
Hmm.
it's already out for Xbox and PlayStation 4, but waiting for my other friends to play it on PC because they don't want to pay for online for PlayStation 4, and I don't have online for that either, and they don't have an Xbox One, so we're kind of waiting for that on PC.
Oh, okay. What about Kingdom Hearts 3? Are you excited for that?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, I would love to play. I'll probably end up getting it, and I'll probably play it a little bit, but like, I have trouble finishing games unless like I really feel like I have the time or it really has to pull me in. Like, for example, Mario Odyssey, I actually beat that like no problem, like within a week or two, because it really pulled my attention. So it really has to be a game that I can do that. Otherwise, I'll be like, I'm gonna design instead of play this game.
And
So
are there like what about Spider-Man, since that was recently like announced, was given a release? Spider-Man for PlayStation?
yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that game. Also, it's funny. I have a friend who's like, oh man, that that game, like anything inspired by a movie or a video game, they really don't like. But I'm personally looking forward to Spider-Man. Um, I'll probably get it. I might not get it right away. I don't know. It depends on if I have money, how much it is. It's probably gonna be $60 and some special edition or something. So I'm gonna try to get it, but if I can't at the moment, I'll probably get it eventually. So, are you gonna get it?
I want to get it. Like I want to get it day one. I was really excited when I first saw it at E3. I'm like, oh my god, this is like the Spider-Man game. Found out that was made by Insomniac Games, who created Ratchet and Clank, and I think Spyro. They did Spyro too, which I was just like, oh my god, sign me up. They also did Sunset Overdrive. I mean, so if you like those three games, Spider-Man is looking up to be like really good. And they revealed like a rock and roll outfit, kind of Spidey look in the trailer, where he's like wearing like this jacket, this jean jacket, and he kind of has like spikes on his head and
That's
shoulders.
cool.
So he has that, and every month to the release they're gonna show like a Spider-Man costume. So that's like really exciting. I was like, yay! I
Yeah,
just
I've,
want to
I've
see it.
always I've always been a fan of Spider-Man. Like I think Superman is cool, but I think Spider-Man has always been my biggest hero since I was a kid. Like I remember whenever my dad would take trips or something, I'd be like, I had to get like a Spider-Man toy or something. Like he was always just my favorite. I think I just love like the web slinging action that I did, like just like that concept always got to me. Like more than Superman flying in the air, I think the web slinging I just always liked, I think the most. For some reason, I don't know why. I just thought it was cool.
Spider-Man was my favorite hero growing up. I just remembered like, well, next to the Power Ranger, but Spider-Man obviously overtook that. I like Spider-Man so much because it's cool, like the poses that he makes, how he could like just like it's like he could like move his body in such a way that he could
Yeah,
like dodge things and just whatever, and he just seemed like really speedy and sneaky if he was having a good day. So like I like Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man is really good, so I'm really excited for this game. Also they announced yesterday the Spyro Reignited trilogy. Does that get you excited at all?
uh, a little bit, I guess. I mean, like with anything, so like when any new game or whatever comes out, I use Twitch basically to be like, do I really want this game? So like I've been using Twitch a lot and other things like that to make sure I'm not like,
Buying a piece of crap.
buying a game and not playing at all.
I don't know. I'm like really excited. I'm really excited for that because I never had a chance to play Spyro as a kid. I only just
Yeah.
like played I played like the demo disc, or like a friend would come over and I would just be watching him play or something like that. But I never got a chance to play the Spyro games myself. So I'm a little excited to try this out. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. So yeah, this is a really terrible follow-up, but I feel like I have to ask this question. Do you have any talents, like any weird talents that would like surprise the viewers?
Before I answer that, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So what do you think of the game Sea of Thieves?
I haven't played it. I wasn't interested in it, to be honest, because it was strictly a multiplayer s game. Um, so I really didn't care. I didn't care for Sea of Thieves. So like I kind of like ignored it. Then when it came out, I didn't realize that it came out. Like when it came out, I'm like, then a week so I said, "What you been doing?" I said, I asked my friend. I asked him, "What have you been doing?" He said, "Oh, I've been playing Sea of Thieves." Like, wait, how? The game doesn't like come out until like June, right? Like, it just came out yesterday. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, you didn't know? I said I didn't care. And then I'm like, oh wait, okay. So my friends played it, but they said it's like a very short-lived game. Like it's fun like the first few times, and then after like a day, maybe 2 days with it, you're over it because there was like a lot of glitches apparently, and I don't know.
Hmm.
They were saying some stuff. I don't have any issues with Sea of Thieves. I just don't know. I mean, maybe. Oh,
I mean, the concept of it looked interesting to me, and I don't know, I might give it a try. It just seemed interesting.
it's
But
interesting. I mean, I don't mean to like knock it down completely because I never played it. You know.
yeah,
So I can't just say that I'm gonna knock it down 100. Like honestly, Sea of Thieves does look interesting from what I've seen about it. I was a little depressed that it was done by Rare because I felt like Rare was going to be working on Banjo Kazooie or Banjo 3. I wanted Banjo 3 to be a thing, and instead they gave us a pirate game that was multiplayer only. Have no single player. If the game doesn't have single player, I'm not interested because I play games for the single experience. I don't like really playing player games. It's Smash Brothers or Nintendo based. Other than that, I'm very ignorant when it comes to other games. Like I've tried Destiny, and then when I realized what Destiny was and that this was gonna be what Destiny will always be, I'm like, I'm good.
yeah.
I
I,
mean,
I remember when we tried playing Destiny together, that didn't last very long at all.
what that lasted what like 5 minutes, like 10 minutes, because we were having issues or something. I don't know what. Oh yeah, my controller wasn't working, and then we couldn't even get in. Then we realized we couldn't even get into a match together because I had to do something or you had to do something, and then it was just gonna take too long. And I'm just like, you know what? I hate when games do that. Like, let me play with my friends immediately. You know? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know. Like, let me play with my friends immediately. Don't make me have to
yeah.
play through an hour tutorial.
Some games have trouble with basic concepts. I think they overthink other things, and you know.
Yeah, it's just
but
it's ridiculous.
to answer your other question, I guess you want to say it's a talent is my drawing skills. I guess
Yeah.
illustration. I mean, I'm not the best at it, but people are always better than me and worse than me. But it's one thing I've always loved doing was just drawing. You know, just drawing, I guess, and drawing and listening to music. But
Drawing and
yeah, I think that's the one talent if you want to call it a talent, I guess.
so what is your like favorite what is your favorite music to like listen to like if fill in draw? What like what type of music?
Well, sometimes like with music, I try to change it up a bit. It depends on my mood. I've always loved listening to Eminem ever since I was younger. Lately, sometimes Eminem can get me really depressed, and then I'm like, screw drawing, man. I feel depressed now. Like, that's how Eminem gets me sometimes. I mean, it depends on the song he had, but some of his stuff can be really dark.
Oh, very dark. I mean, that's the thing is that's why I like Eminem. I like
But
those songs where he's like serious and depressed and talking about something. Um, instead of him just being silly and just making fun of a celebrity or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, I like
But
the
then there's
serious.
other music that I like that are more uplifting. Have you watched Zootopia?
I seen Zootopia, yes.
Yeah, like there's a song from there that I listen to quite a bit. Some of the songs from that movie I like when I want to feel more positive. And songs from sometimes I like listening to Ed Sheeran. Sometimes I can get sick of Ed Sheeran also. I don't know if you like Ed Sheeran yourself, but
Sometimes you get sick of Ed Sheeran, but then you like listening to him.
yeah, that's how I feel about him. Sometimes, sometimes I'm like, man, the radio's playing him too much, so I'm sick of him. I have to play him myself, you know?
I don't even listen to the radio anymore. So whatever I listen to, that's just like sometimes it's like I'm glad that I don't even listen to the radio because it seems like some of the things I've been saying lately have just not been good at all. Like I'm just like, what? I was just so disappointed. Like this year has been so disappointing in music, except until I found Todrick Hall's Forbidden, and um, that's just me. But
But But I've always liked, like Linkin Park. Um, and who's the band that does like Toxicity?
System of a Down.
Yeah, yeah, I like System of a Down
Uh,
as well.
yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Um, so all right. So next question that I have for you: what are your top 5 games
Top 5 games of all time.
all time, man? All time. Like if okay, if these games were your streaming games. Actually, let me rephrase the question. What are the top 5 games that you wouldn't mind streaming forever to play?
Okay,
Yeah, that's a
so
better question.
Pokemon Sun or Moon, or honestly any of
Just
the recent
Pokemon in general.
like, yeah, I love Pokemon. Like it's really cool seeing how Pokemon has evolved because like I think I don't know what kids are like in school now with Pokemon, but I remember when I really liked Pokemon when I was in middle school, and I still like Pokemon, but I also remember getting bullied for liking things like that.
Really? Nobody else liked Pokemon in your age group?
There were some people who liked it, but then there were those stupid popular kids who felt like they I don't know why they
They
didn't
liked
like
it in
people
secret.
like
They liked it
Pokemon.
in secret. That's what they did. It's just that it messed with their rep. They wanted to play Pokemon cards just with you guys too. I
But
don't understand. For me, Pokemon was always the most popular thing in school. Always has. It always was. And then when people like kind of grew out of it, and I kind of just stayed in my group, then eventually I went into like a Yu-Gi-Oh group. That became a popular thing because you're popular at the time.
but see, that's why that's why I really like gaming conventions, because I feel like it's a very safe environment, and like screw the bullies, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
now it's like the bullies have become the underdog in like gaming convention. It's like everybody more united together, and the bigger people in gaming conventions and the not so big people are just like I don't know. I feel like gaming in general has changed so much since like I or we were in like middle school, of like people like making fun of you for liking, like people made fun of me for liking X-Men and Pokemon, and it's like whatever.
God, those people were weird. I'm sorry, they were weird.
They were probably the people who like their parents wouldn't allow them to get whatever it was that you liked because you had them.
So then they became hateful and bitter.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But so like my other game I wouldn't mind streaming is all like Pokemon. Let me think what else. I probably wouldn't mind streaming any Zelda game. I like playing most of the Zelda games. They're kind of chill to play. Um, and what else? I've always loved Halo, but never could find like an audience to watch me play Halo.
See, you have to be on Mixer for Halo.
Yeah, but I don't want to be on Mixer just for Halo.
I mean, well, whenever you feel in the mood to play Halo, just go on Mixer. Then you'll get like a bunch of people there. Cause like, I don't know. I feel like Xbox is and Steam this generation like far worse than stuff. But yeah, but I'm sorry. I don't know. What's the next game that you wanna?
uh, Let me think.
Thank you, thank you, Laz. Oh,
I like Call of Duty, but I don't like it as much now. I used to be really into Call of Duty, but not so much. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't like I'm into very certain games now. Like I won't play a game that I feel like will just waste my time, and I have a bad taste in my mouth after playing and be like, damn, I could have done something so much more productive than playing that game.
Yeah. So do you feel like you waste your time a lot by playing some? Now that you're older.
Thank you for being
Sometimes, it just
brave.
depends. Like if I play like Pug or something with you, or if I play Platoon with someone else, I get a lot more out of it, I think.
Yeah, like if you're playing with a friend or something, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know my mic was low. God damn it. But
My
anyways, I
voice
found
is
out.
way louder.
It sounds like your voice is the force of 1,000 suns.
Oh my.
But yeah, so all right, so did you have any other games that you were interested in? I think you named like 3. So you say Halo, Zelda, Pokemon.
Oh yeah, yeah, Pug, Player Unknown Battleground, and Fortnite as well.
They count as the same damn thing. They're the same game, just with different graphics. That's
I,
it.
I
Thank you
I
so
really
much,
like
man.
them both equally for different reasons. I have my own opinion on them.
Mm.
You can have your opinion on them as you wish.
No, look. PUBG, I prefer over Fortnite. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I like PUBG over Fortnite. I don't know what it is. I think that the build mechanic is just too intimidating for me because I don't want to use. I don't want to build things. I don't want to build things. I don't want to rebuild walls. That makes the game more complicated than it has to be. Just let me open the door, close it, let me hide in the bathroom until I have to move again. But like that's about it. I don't
I don't
know.
know. I feel like Fortnite had been growing on me personally, and like I've always liked Minecraft, so I kind of like the whole Minecraft aspect of it in Fortnite. I mean, I think Fortnite and Pug are both really extremely big games right now. But I mean, like I said, people can have their own opinion on it, but
Yeah,
Fortnite
Laz
is
Laz is giving
Fortnite
you a face
is
palm.
growing on me personally, and I like the the looks of it and the I don't know, I just like it. I don't have to say much more than that.
Yeah. Is there anything like for example that uh what was I gonna say? Like that streaming Fortnite right now is the worst thing you could do for your channel if you ever wanted to. The more popular the game is, that means that you cannot stream that game if you want
Right.
to stream it. You have to literally play it just for your own enjoyment because a bunch of people are only going to see the people at the top and nothing else.
I don't want to build things. I just I just
Laz, thank you. Laz quoted me for saying, "I don't want to build things." That just adds too much difficulty. Yeah, yes. I just like things to be simple. I thought that PUBG was a very simple concept. Stay
yeah, like
alive.
when I play Pug, no one I had one person almost come to my channel, but then they were like, "Oh, this person sucks at playing Pug," but whatever. I mean, like that's why I love that they have it on the phone now because like I can chill in the bedroom, play Fortnite or Pug, and be like, "Oh, I don't care about the world. I am just playing as myself." You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. The extreme killers. Yep. I agree. Is there any so you have one more game to choose from. One more game. Is there another game that
One more
you
game, huh? Okay.
Mario Maker?
No. Oh my. Mario Maker honestly killed streaming for me.
Yeah, I know. When you stream the same game for too much, it just ends up killing you on the inside. You're like,
Uh, I said Halo already, right? Oh man, I don't know what other game I okay, so I guess I've been really into Detective Pikachu actually.
you would stream Detective Pikachu for the rest of your life.
No, I want to stream it now
You wouldn't stream it.
because there's a lot of talking in it, and I like to have that for my own benefit and no one else's.
Okay. What about the Mario series? Like the
Um,
series in general, not one particular Mario, but just the series in general. So every time when a new one comes out, you can play that. You know.
I don't know. I can't think of another game I would stream. I mean, You know, I've
Sonic?
always I've always streamed Pokemon or creative, being creative on my
Well,
streams.
then I guess creative can count as your final game.
Okay, then let's say creative for
So
me.
creative. So you'll be creative, Halo, Pokemon, Zelda, Fortnite, PUBG. Okay, that sounds like fun. And like last said, H1Z1 might actually get follows now since it's irrelevant.
I would consider H1Z1. I've never played H1Z1, so I don't
I don't
know.
even know what it is. I know it's a zombie game. It sounds like a zombie game. I think I seen maybe a little bit of it, but like I'm like I don't care. I don't care. This isn't for me. But okay, so the next question I think I already know the answer. But what game were you playing that got you the most followers? Like the most followers?
That's something that you probably could answer for me.
Super Mario Maker.
Yeah.
I thought honestly it was surprisingly Pokemon, and then people just got obsessed with you doing the Mario Maker.
Pokemon would be a close second. But yeah, Super Mario Maker, unfortunately.
Dang, you're like, unfortunately. I mean, you should be grateful. I mean, at least you know you met a lot of cool people through Super Mario
To
Maker.
be honest, like I may pick up Super Mario Maker again because like I don't like it too much, but like it is like Super Mario Maker does have a really cool community. Like I respect the people who do get big off Super Mario Maker, and like like I will have like a threshold for some challenging levels. Like people are surprised with how long I can stay at one level. Like I will be that determined on certain times.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's one thing I have to give you so much because there's these levels that they be making these troll ass fucking levels and you put up with it. Me, I'm just like, I hate this damn game. Nobody like makes like a level that's possible to beat. And then if they does, it gets considered like easy or whatever. So I just stick to the easy stuff. I don't ever go to expert or super expert because that's just asking for the troll levels. Or you
like
just have to be whatever.
I'm not promised anything, but you may see me stream Super Mario Maker again. I think it's just like when I get in that mode where I'm like, maybe I could become partnered. Okay, let's play Super Mario Maker. Like those two come hand in hand with me when
Mm.
I think that because that's when I think the one thing I like about Super Mario Maker is that it evolves the chat so much. Like pretty much like the whole chat is like either they're like making fun of like what I'm doing or whatever, but it's like I don't know, it's like got a whole community behind it, and I think I like that the most. Even if it's got the trolls in it, but there's still some legit people in there as well. So
Yeah.
I think if I'm ever in the mood for it, I still got my Wii U, I still got Super Mario Maker, maybe sometime.
Okay. Next question is going to be a little bit of a serious one. So being a streamer, sometimes there are stressful days, obviously. So what do you do to combat stress or just overall bad days? Like how do you just end the stream? Do you just feel like yeah.
So there's been times where like you know, I don't know if you get this, but like if you're streaming for like say 5 hours
Uh-huh.
and like one person is lurking and you're like, awesome, there's one person lurking, right? Which is great, but it's like then all of a sudden six people come in and they're like, oh, you're ending now after 5 hours of streaming?
I know. I hate when that happens. You be streaming all day, all freaking day, and then when you finally get people, it's at the end of your stream, and then you feel like you had to keep streaming, and then and then you just want to get off, but at the same time you're like, oh, I gotta stay for a little bit. There's people here now, and it's just like, oh, I didn't know you were streaming. I said you didn't hit that notification bell, did you? Or
But
wait, does
yeah, I
stream have
mean,
no?
like that's when I feel like there's been times when like I would feel bad where like I would get kind of down and depressed on myself, be like, I'm trying to give my 110% for being entertaining, but then like, I always appreciate anyone stopping by my channel, but then when people stop by for like a specific game, like Super Mario Maker, for example, um, and then I'm like, I get depressed, and all of a sudden I'm like, screw this. I click end on the stream, and then I feel a little bit better for ending it. Because
Yeah.
like, it doesn't feel great when you're trying to be so entertaining and no one, not even a single person, stops by. So that's why I gotta like just tell myself, you know what, I'm just gonna draw, like I'll just draw or something, and have a few days, weeks, months to myself before I come back to considering streaming again.
I have to read this. That last set. He said, "That's when you turn to them, remind them of your schedule, remind them to come sooner next time. Tell them you'll see them tomorrow. If they say anything but okay or thanks for streaming, then you say fuck you, love you, bye." I love it. I love how Laz does that. He has like that thing, like he has that attitude that he can legitimately just like say, like he could say stuff that I don't know. I feel like I can't, I don't know, I can't do that. Like with me, obviously I stress a lot about streaming, and this is like one of the big things about streaming that is like probably the one of the worst things to go through. Sometimes you're just so stressed, but sometimes you don't want to be come across as an asshole because you can severely lose like a fuck ton of people. But then you can create a brand new audience that just will put up with that stuff that they want to be told off and stuff. But then there's gonna be moments where you just want to be excited and just be. That's the thing that I hate about streaming is that you're not allowed to be bipolar. You got to stay one person, and you have to stay that person, and you have to stream the same game or stick to the same thing. You have to stick to the same personality type. You got to be that same person to keep
But yeah,
people.
it's hard because like I see newer streamers being like they just can't imagine. I guess like people don't give streamers enough credit because like it's really like I know like the people in your chat are actual people in the world. Like they're not robots, right? They're not
Yeah,
like like it's so hard to just like talk in front. Like first when I first started streaming, I'm like, how do people just start talk like just turn the camera on and start talking to it? Be like it's so nerve wracking. Feeling somebody could be watching you. It could be like your neighbor next door.
I
And
know.
you wouldn't know that. So it's like so like people. I feel like people need to give streamers a little bit more credit for the value that they put out to other people,
Yeah,
and the time and the effort as well.
exactly. Exactly. It's ridiculous. One of the hardest things about streaming is telling people no. I have to wholeheartedly 100%. That is one of the things that like you have to learn how to freaking say no to people. Because the thing is like at the same time you don't want your stream to be uncomfortable, but at the same time you don't want your stream to have nobody in it, and then you have like all these people unfollowing you because coming across as like a dick or a prick or whatever, and they just be like this. Anyway, this is a perfect lead into the next question. What was the worst moment that you've had on like any
I've had a couple
trolls?
bad moments. You probably know this person. I don't
I
want.
I know. I mean, don't mention people by name, but
Yeah,
like I remember one stream that you had. You were playing Mario Maker, and somebody was following you, and this like almost deterred me to like stop streaming because I had just started because you were like one of the first people that I saw. So when I saw, I was seeing like people like following you with like troll name accounts that were saying like the N word and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, and just like that was a really really bad thing, and I'm just
I've
like,
also. Have you ever had a raid full of trolls? Like literally, like at least 20 trolls coming to your channel
I
because
haven't had that happen to me yet.
that's
No.
happened to me once. I think maybe once, and I just thought it was funny. Honestly, I like, didn't really care, and I started banning people. And like it wasn't horrible because I dealt with it, but it was like, wow, people actually do this.
Wow, 20 freaking trolls. Oh, you had a 20 troll raid in a Quiplash game?
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you. That's like horrible. That is horrifying. Because then you're like, because these trolls can like really ban you. They can really get you to a position where they ban you. They all follow you with all these bad word names, constantly saying curse words and stuff. Like, what were these trolls doing in your chat?
Honestly, I don't know if they were speaking English or just gibberish.
Were they just like spamming keys on the keyboard? It looked like.
I think so, pretty much.
So they were just like, and it was just getting annoying.
But
That's
another bad moment that I had was I had a subscriber and they donated to me quite a bit and they kept asking me to do Super Mario Maker challenges and stuff like that. And like
that's
they
the
were
last thing you want to
they
do.
I appreciated their support, but man, they felt like they owned me and they felt like they wanted me to make changes to my stream that I wasn't comfortable with. And at one point, I don't want to go into too much details because I don't want to say anything about the person, but they were into like working out and they wanted to uh email me pictures of their working out progress without their so that became uncomfortable pretty quick for me.
I mean, for me, I would totally accept it, but no, 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 no. You obviously that's very uncomfortable. I think I, uh, I mean, there's a lot of horrible moments. I haven't had anything that bad happen to me where you have like weird people coming in. I mean, actually, you know what? Oh God.
I can understand loud.
He's joking. He's joking.
I know.
But like, I didn't even see that. I'll tell you. Um, uh, the thing is that I like streaming. There are people that they feel like they own you after like they donated a certain amount. They feel like, oh, that they have some sort of control because they contributed to something. But then
Right.
again, it's just like one of the things that you have to do is you have to make it known that what they're doing is a donation and it's not a payment. Like there's some people that every time they get a sub, they'll do like 34, 50 push-ups or whatever
Yeah,
just for the
yeah.
sub or whatever. You know how there's people like that. And that's not cool. I mean, like that's not cool. That I mean, the person will end up looking really good because they get a crap ton of subs, but there's only so much you could do. What is the best moment you had on stream?
Um, last is like send me some dick pics.
Oh, oh, did he really? I thought
Yeah,
he was joking.
he's a
Oh,
dick pull from the Red Sox or something.
oh
Rick
God.
Pull. I don't know.
Oh God. Just delete the picture.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the best moment, the best, you know who Mario Labs is?
Is he the Japanese guy that plays through people's levels?
No, he's a pretty big, I mean, I don't know what he's been up to lately. At the time, he was a pretty big Super Mario Maker streamer. Um,
Oh, those are all people named Dick.
but yeah, he's a pretty big Super Mario Maker, or at least he used to be. And he raided me with over 100 people. And that was like I'll only go back to that point because I mean, yeah, it got down to like 20 people like over an hour or so. So it went from like 100 to 80 to 70, 60, blah blah blah. But it was still a pretty cool moment to at least see 100 people in my chat like once.
How crazy was your chat like moving?
It was very hard to keep up with anything. But it was pretty cool moment though.
I can't believe. I can't believe. Like I remember one night I was playing Knack, and this was before I even created the Will of Gaming. I made like a Twitch channel, I think through PlayStation or something. So through that channel, I streamed Knack, and I had 450 people came in like one day. And I was playing it on the hardest difficulty, which made it even worse. And I was dying consistently, and I was just seeing that chat just fly by. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa! How? Because the PS4,
how did that feel like?
it was it was terrifying. No, because people were like giving me hints and stuff like that of what I should do and like how I should approach like the situation. Um, it was no, because the reason why I got that raid, it wasn't even a raid. I think the reason why I got it was the PS4 had just come out, and so obviously then the streaming, if you stream directly from the PS4, they gave those people priority. That's why it was raided. They gave those people priority. So whenever people were like, because that's when people were like exploring all the features of the PlayStation and we're looking like, oh, there's Twitch on PlayStation. Let me look at it. Let me look at all the streams, and so that's what happened. And I was just like, whoa, whoa, my God. And I had a horrible sound. I remember I was like using like the mic that came with the PlayStation 4, that little crappy one mono headset that looked like it would break in a week. It was the worst. It's so much. So I had a preview of what it was like to be a big streamer for one day. For like one day. And it would just like constantly go up and down, up and down. It was like going like to like 390 something, then it would go to like 450, 390, 420. Like it was just going crazy. And it was so scary. And but then after that, like I didn't get any follows, nothing. But then again, I don't know.
That on Twitch?
Yeah, this was on Twitch. Like,
was this with your current username?
No, this is from an old username. This was I was streaming directly from the PlayStation. So that's what happened. So I didn't know anything. All I just saw was the amount of viewers I had, how crazy my chat was going, and that was it. I didn't even have a camera on. I was just using the crappy microphone and playing Knack on hard mode, and was constantly being made fun of because I was going through everything. Yeah, 420. No.
The first time I ever started streaming was on my Xbox One on Halo. And there was one person who came in and like gave me some sketchy links to websites, and I was like, the first thing I said was, I don't. So streamers don't do this, or I guess some could, but I was like, I don't feel like dealing with people when I stop this stream. That was my first ever stream, like before I like got my computer and stuff.
Mm. Oh my God. So this is another dark question. Have you ever thought about quitting?
Many times. In fact, I still think about quitting now. I think the only thing that stopped me from quitting is I think like not about quitting, but more like taking breaks and not taking it so seriously and wanting to have more fun with it. But I think like knowing you, even knowing lads for even sending me dick pictures or whatever.
He was sending pictures of people named Dick.
Right. But anyway, knowing people like that or Onchi, I think keeps me wanting to stay on Twitch and stay within the community, whether I stream or not. It's really cool to have a place to fall back on. Just to like make life easier, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought about quitting many times, and I probably will always think about quitting. But I think even if I were to ever get to partnership, I think I would probably still think about quitting because like it's awesome to think about getting to partnership, but like those people are still working, they're still doing the daily grind of streaming. So you have to be in that right mindset all the time. But I don't know if I could necessarily always pull it off. Maybe I could eventually, but you know.
But what keeps you motivated to keep going? Like what would be the sure thing that keeps you going? Is it just always just that drive that maybe one day you could potentially get partner, and that's your motivation to keep you going? Or
I think it's the the community that keeps me going.
Yeah.
Just to have even like one person, even how small it may feel, but you ask someone how their day's going and they say, oh, it's going good or it's not going that great, but like, I'm here talking to you at this current moment. I think just that feeling that you could talk to somebody for the community, I think that is probably a really great feeling. So I think that having that as an option will always keep me want to consider staying on Twitch or something similar to Twitch. If Twitch ever goes down, which I don't think they will, but just staying around that community of people, I think is really cool that I could, like like for you to not live so close to me, but I consider us more friends than I do some other people I know on Twitch. I think like that connection is really cool to make to someone, even if you don't live uh within driving distance or walking distance of someone.
Yeah, that you could still be that's one of the benefits of the internet. It's the fact that you can have friends from all over the world. But what sucks is like people that you can connect with have to be so many miles away. Why does it have to be that way? Why can't you find somebody that you can have that same connection with, but just in your vicinity?
Right. But then it's amazing if those people like ever meet in real life. Like I think that would be really cool.
Yeah. Has to be sad because he can't have sex with. I'm dead. You're dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Um,
uh,
Besides streaming, what other hobbies do you do? Like just besides streaming, like other hobbies that you do?
I'm pretty hardcore at design, drawing. I really want to make that to be my ideal situation is to make my graphic design give me enough income so that I can do streaming for the complete enjoyment of it. But that hasn't happened yet, and hopefully it will with enough hard work, but we'll see.
We'll see. Do you like watch movies on the side? Do you even have time to watch movies whenever you're
Sometimes
designing?
I watch movies and shows with my girlfriend. She's more into movies and shows than I am, but I do like watching movies quite a bit. So I mainly watch it with her than I do by my complete self.
Hmm.
But yeah, we watch like we recently watched like Shape of Water. We watched it. Finally watched it.
Yeah, you finally watched it, and I told you it wasn't scary, but
It was
you
it was
didn't.
more creepy. It was more creepy than anything.
Yeah, yeah, just like a little creepy thing.
But like yeah, there's a lot of the superhero. Like I love watching Star Wars. Be interested with the Han Solo thing. I don't know how that would go, but in Jurassic Park, I like Jurassic Park quite a bit as well.
Jurassic Park. All right, so Laz has a question, and I don't know if you would want to answer it, but have you experienced any jealousy, hate, drama from other small streamers while you've been on Twitch? And please elaborate.
Um,
Without
so
name drops. Without name drops.
yeah, well, like specifically smaller streamers, like I mean, definitely, definitely. I like that's why like I try to do my best in not comparing myself to other streamers and I don't know about you, Will. Like, you ever have trouble not comparing yourself to another streamer?
Oh fuck, all the time. I always compare myself to other streams all the time, and I think that that's why I'm like failing my own channel.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to just be happy for other streamers and like be like, that's their thing, this is my thing. So
Mm.
like, yeah, with smaller streamers, there's a couple that I won't name, but I've become pretty jealous of them because like they went from having not many people to consistently having 60 to 70, 80, even 100 people in their channel because they made it a thing where they can play whatever game they want. People will still come because they are funny or entertaining enough to keep people's attention. But like, man, I gotten pretty jealous of that. And I didn't do anything to make it drama because it was just like, oh, it's their thing, you know, that's good for them. But I definitely became jealous of that. And like, yeah, I wish I could do that myself. And maybe I can eventually. I just have to find the thing for me. Sometimes I fall back in the habit of just wanting to be creative on stream, and but that hurts my audience. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I've definitely gotten jealous of other streamers, so I try to not to so much. But I've because I'm like, you know, I would really love to get partnered, but then I see someone else like streaming like almost the same amount of time as I have, if not a shorter amount of time, and then become partnered. And you know, just some people are more likable or find their niche faster than other people. That's you know really what happens, I think.
Yeah. So you never had any drama or hatred from another channel? Like somebody hating on your channel or
I mean, I've had
somebody.
drama from like a single person who I guess he does stream from time to time, and like I said, he became a like early, this was kind of I answered an earlier question where he subscribed and donated and felt
Oh,
like
okay. So that's
owned
that
my channel.
person.
So yeah, they were are a streamer also, and every time I would do like I remember one time I did a Super Mario Maker challenge against other streamers. They were like, "Oh man, Theo586 is such trash," and like you know I had people like record his heat speech towards me or whatever.
Oh,
But I just thought it was
wow.
more like kind of funny that he would take the time to say that crap about me.
I cannot believe that there was that
Yeah,
much
yeah,
drama.
there even like other streamers that I like didn't like him too much, and they realized like, oh man, he really didn't like me or whatever. But like, yeah, he would trash talk me a lot and let's say that I sucked at Super Mario Maker, but I'm like, man, I'm doing troll levels and super hard level that some people don't even have the patience for. And he's like trash calling me just because I'm going against other people who are just better than me. You know, it's like it's always good thing. I remember playing Halo with them and like he when he plays like I play competitive because I like competitive. I like the fact that I could win. If I lose, whatever, I'm having fun. It's like, no, you gotta win, damn it. Like if you lose, you're not having fun. Like oh my god. He was something else though, for sure.
Oh God, I can't stand people like that. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
um, what about this one? So like, what's your favorite game to or what's your favorite thing to stream? Like, it could be, you know, creative, it could be a game or whatever. What is something that guarantee makes you happy to stream that if you could get an audience solely focused on that, that you would be
Uh,
happy?
I think Pokemon plus drawing at the same time.
Pokemon and drawing thing. I think there's a lot of potential. Like if you could do something like speed running, like shiny hunting and like speed drawing or something like that. You do that. It says, "Oh, I'm gonna since it's gonna take forever for me to freaking find a shiny, I might as well draw the shiny here." You
Yeah,
know, whatever.
I think maybe if I started up again, like it would actually be interesting. Like I want to come up with products where you know I don't want to advertise too much about it, but like for my website, if I try to come up
Go
with products,
ahead. This is an interview about you. Advertise away.
if I come up with products for my store, I think that'd be cool to get back and do shiny hunting. Like if I do Pokemon Sun or Moon and like while drawing, you know, like I can get a little carried away with it, but then it's like it's cool because like you get Pokemon fans in there, and then like a lot of Pokemon fans are also into artwork as well, you know. So it's like if I can make that work again, I think I would be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Because like when I'm drawing, compared to playing a game, I really don't care who's watching me or not because I'm just in the moment. For that.
Okay, so I have a okay, this is kind of like a selfish question because not only are you a streamer, but you're a viewer of my channel. So, um
And subscriber too,
and a
and
subscriber,
moderator,
yes, yes, thank you. A subscriber as well. Uh
and moderator.
and moderator. Yes. I should have introduced you that way. I didn't even think about it. Now I know for next time. But okay, so I have a couple questions about my channel. Um, so what? How did you find my channel?
Um, I would rate the contact me.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Did I find your channel or did you find me?
Well, I think the story, I mean, technically, I guess I can answer this own question. I found you because I was thinking of looking for Super Mario Maker. So I wanted to see who else was streaming Super Mario Maker. Um, and I'm trying to like figure out, like, oh, so let me look at this list. So I found you. I think you had like 15, 16 people at the time. And then I'm like, oh my God, wow. So then I saw you play, and I remember that you had like this whole this I just loved the ideas that you had, that you had like a star, and every time you said, oh, I rate this a star, and you had all this, you had this really cool idea going on, and I'm like, oh,
Uh,
that's awesome. I like that so much. I thought that that was like a really really clever idea. So every time you're like, oh, I give you a star for that level, that definitely deserves a star, and you're gonna get a like, and you had that thing. And then so I think at that moment I messaged you. I think I told you I was a streamer at some point in the conversation, and I think that my channel. And then that's happened. I think that's just um are there any moments on this channel that you've been a part of or just been a viewer that you found were like, what's like a favorite moment that you had like on this channel?
I think the moment where I started to become a little bit of a troll on your.
uh,
I think I don't want to say that you were a bad influence, but it definitely got me into like swearing a little bit here and there and kind of.
I would have to say that that's my favorite moment on your stream. Actually, was the time that I like kind of like provoked somebody to sub to your channel to get you to say a curse word. Because I never heard you curse before. So I'm like, do you even curse? Do you do this? And then all of a sudden, you you're like, ah, what the fuck? And I just love it. I'm like, what? Like I was shocked. I was like, that was the best. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to corrupt you. I didn't mean to do that or anything like that. But
But
the
yeah, I mean, I think I have a lot of good moments in your channel. I think just like just that's fine. I guess I don't know. I don't know what my favorite moment is, but I think there's just a lot of good moments that I like.
that was a great. I remember one time we did a in real life stream, and I think it was something sort of like this. And I just remember that you were just so addicted to your camera that you just kept pointing it at your face, like super close up, and you're like, I don't know what it is about your channel, Will, but it turns me into a troll. I feel weird. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
like,
remember when I did that camera, and I just
I don't know what got into you that day. That was very interesting.
yeah,
You're
I
just like,
remember that. That was interesting.
that was hysterical. Honestly, I thought that that was fantastic. That was really really good. Um. All right. So I have, I guess, one more question, and then I guess we could wrap it up. Unless if anybody has any questions that they would like to ask Theo, be sure to write it while I ask this question. Okay. So I know you've been to cons before, obviously. So could you tell us a story of a very memorable moment that you had in a convention?
Well, so the only convention I've ever been to was PAX East. I
Mm-hmm.
went last year, 2017, and this year I don't know if we're gonna go again next year, but because man, yesterday was a lot. Like we were on our feet for at least 5 or 6 hours straight. But it was super fun though. I think So like last year when I went, I was very Twitch obsessed where I had to meet some of the partner streamers. Like I met A Drive, who honestly this year if he was there, I would not care necessarily to meet him again. But
Wow, was he that bad?
no, he was cool. But like I enjoyed meeting him. Like it was fine. I think the difference with me now and last year was that like I don't want to say A Drive was bad because like I liked meeting him and I met the number one Alex as
Mm.
well. He was pretty cool to me, but I think if I was next to someone big this year, I'm like, cool, you're big. I don't know. I don't get the same feeling as I did a year ago for some reason.
I just think that
Um,
you were just starting your Twitch channel at around that time, and there was just like a bunch of motivation there, and you just wanted to know how to be like them, you know. And now it's like you're in a moment where you just don't really care anymore.
yeah, just like it's like cool. You're so big on Twitch. That's you know, I don't know what else to say. You know, what do you want me to do? You know, be like, holy crap, I need your autograph. Like that was honestly me last year. And
Mm.
it's just weird. I just I'm not in that mindset this year. Like if I met A Drive again, if I met number one Alex, it's like when I met like number one Alex, he constantly was asking me like, what game should I stream? What game should I stream next? I'm like, I don't know. Stream whatever you want to stream, you know.
What, he kept
And
asking you that?
yeah, and also like he had trouble understanding what I was saying because at a convention you have to yell at the top of your lungs for anyone in the world to hear you, you know, when there's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much craziness going on. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I just it's kind of like I think the more like mature that you can get is like if you met like your idol, like famous actor or actress, like you know how some people will just be like screaming on top of their lungs, being, "Holy shit, I have to get your autograph." It's like kind of the same thing. It's like they're people too. They put on their pants just as much as you do or whatever. It's like yeah, they do cool stuff, but I think I'm trying to just like honestly work on myself more lately than being like falling over someone else because when I do that, I'm like I just feel like I'm giving them more like they deserve the credit, they do deserve the credit, but it's like I don't know, I just feel like I just want to work more on myself than being like, those girls that were at PAX screaming on their lungs for that one guy walking down the place to go to the bathroom.
Maybe he was a Twitch streamer too, and you just didn't know. And then maybe just girls find him cute, and that's what he gets, you know?
Or a YouTuber, who knows?
Oh, that too. Okay, so Laz has a question for you. He says, Theo, as a streamer, what is the one thing you would tell a new streamer looking to stream as a hobby? Which is a fantastic question. So yeah, like what advice would you give a new streamer? Like if you were to take your entire streaming career as a into consideration, what are the do's, the don'ts that you would tell a new person? Like they'd be like, Theo, what do you do? How do you do it? You know, what would you tell
I would
somebody?
tell the person one is if you get into streaming, uh, don't like get too carried away of getting partnership because people do that way too often. Don't compare yourself to other streamers because that takes you down a dark way of not being like able to think clearly about your own stream. Also, just don't treat it as a job. I know, like when people get big, they say like it's hard to say like it's your job because that's what some bigger streamers get and want to make enough money for an income. But if you treat it as your job, eventually it can become like I don't want to stream tomorrow or the next day because yeah, it's your job. You have to like keep your audience that are paying you, so you don't want to feel like I don't want, I would tell a new streamer to make sure they have fun with it and always try their best to stay having fun with it. And also, like, don't constantly stare at your view counts because I do that way too much.
Yeah, that's one of the things that are the worst. That's a big thing. Never care about who's watching you or how many views that you have. Even if you have one person watching, stream like you have like millions of people watching you, you know. Um and
Or
it's
stream like there's no one watching you, like does not care.
Okay, so Laz has another question actually. Yeah, it makes you miserable. It really does. If one of your viewers said that they won the lottery, how much money would you demand from them? Like when they win the lottery, they mean like 100 million, and somebody felt like, Theo, I want
Honestly,
to
I wouldn't
donate.
demand any money from them and say, "Oh, you can
You donate $1 million,
you
right?
can, if you want to subscribe or donate, you can, but I'm not demanding any money from you."
Like, I'd be like, he'd be like, okay, I'll give you a cool million. Here you go. And then no, I'm like, I couldn't even. See. The thing is that me with donations, I'm very scared of donations. I'm terrified of donations. Donations scare the fuck out of me. If somebody were to donate, like, if I were to get like one of those lucky ones where like a person comes into my stream and is like dumping like $30,000, I'm like, stop it, stop, no, you did, this is not real, and yeah. So hey, give us $1 million and we can stream comfortably for the rest of our lives. Which that would be great. Yeah, like in that way, in that regards. What if a person was willing to say, Theo, how much money can I donate to you to the point where you can live comfortably and stream every day for the rest of your life? How
And
much money would you have to be donated to feel that you can get donated just that much and then you can use that money to just live?
I mean, as long as I can pay the bills and electricity and have enough food, if I can have that, then I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna stream, play games for my audience, and just chill out, and not worry about like real life stupid responsibilities.
I'm gonna say 500,000.
Um,
500,000. No, not 500. I would say, yeah, a million. Like, if you live exactly the way you're living now, like, don't go extravagant with $1 million, but living exactly as you are now, how much money would you want? Like, somebody would donate to you so you can live the rest of your life exactly
I'd
where
be
you are
like, well,
streaming.
maybe donate like $8 to $1,000 per month or something.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, invest the million and live on the interest. Exactly. You could just do that. Be like, oh look, I got that, I got that, I got that. So that's good. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. All right.
So,
So are there
so,
any
so do
what?
you ever get your view count down, Will?
Do I ever what
Like if you don't have enough, like if you don't have enough people in your chat, like do you ever like be like, why am I still streaming?
um I gotten to a point where I can still stream with 0 people and not really give two shits, to be honest. At first it was really like when I first started streaming, it was a problem. And like it's the problem is when the viewer count stays at 0 consistently for like a week and I've been streaming for 8 hours. That's
Yeah.
where it gets to me. um and I'm just like, damn, I'm not streaming the right game. What the fuck am I not? Like, because I wasn't expecting people to come to the stream because I was interviewing. I started late. I knew, and yesterday I started streaming and I had people come into my stream, and then I just couldn't do it. So the thing is that you have to have like this really strong willpower, I should say, to stream. You just have to be able to know how to talk to people and
Yeah.
just learn not to be taken advantage of. You have to just find a motivation to keep going, because if not, why are you doing this for? Because it's not like I'm not doing this for partnership. I will never reach partnership. I will never reach 70 concurrent viewers. I will never reach crazy amounts of followers. My point is that I do this because it keeps me from going insane. Surprisingly, though it feels like at times it makes me insane, but it feels like it prevents me from going insane because I'm talking to people, you know? And that's
Right.
why I do it. The will of gaming power? Yes, the will of gaming power.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Everybody, see, my name always has some sort of connection. That's what I was trying to do. And I'm glad that message is sticking, you know? So, Theo, at the end of every time we do this, I want people, this is where you advertise yourself. So I'm calling this section advertise yourself. So at this point, where can people follow you? What can people get from you? Merchandise, whatever. I swear if I interview Judy at any point and she mentions I swear to God, banned that day.
Oh,
Anyways, but okay. So
no, I just recently launched a website where I'm gonna drop a link to it right here.
yes,
If
there we
anybody
go.
wants to go over to that website, you can actually subscribe to my website, and I got a lot of things I want to do for it. Trying to sell digital files to people. Maybe eventually I'll do a newsletter. I started a blog on it, and like I'm just trying to get out some good stuff for streamers and YouTubers, and finding my love between Twitch and designing and for that website. So yeah, please feel free to sign up on that. It's free to sign up. Some of the products I try to sell, I've been trying to make some free things too here and there to get uh, more of the design community out there. I also have a YouTube, Twitter, uh, and Facebook as well. But my Twitter, I think, is Theo_586. There's a
that's the
underscore.
underscore one. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't use Facebook too often, but I started a Facebook group for my store, which I think is this link here. I don't know if that's a link or not. I want to say it is.
It looks like that's the one.
But yeah, I've been just posting some. I just did 2 blogs on there. My blogs aren't the best, but I just started anyways, or taking it more seriously. So yeah, that's I got my YouTube. I started doing YouTube a bit. I haven't done YouTube in a while. I've been mainly doing design stuff on there, and I started my own podcast as well, which is I don't know if you ever heard of Anchor, but it's something that I have on my social media from time to time. So anyway, those are the main places that you can find me.
Okay, just make sure that you send me these later on Discord so that way I could put it on the YouTube video because it's also going to go on my YouTube. That way
Okay.
you can see it. So that way that we have all that stuff there. So Theo, thank you so much for being my first ever interviewer. I hope that you had a good time. I hope that the chat had a good time. I hope that people are interested in this and I can continue doing this. If you guys are interested in being a part of interviewing a streamer / or viewer, just let me know on my Discord, either in general chat, and I will see if we can set up a date or time to make this a thing. And maybe this could be a thing that we do every Friday. I don't know if people are going to like the segments or not, but maybe for a later purpose this will be it. And this is actually a good break for me. Sometimes just I don't want to play.
Yeah, no,
So,
I think it'd be really interesting if like Laz got up here for interview. I think
oh,
it's
I asked him already. He is down. Laz and Oz, they are down.
yeah, I think it's really cool. Having an interview other streamers because it's a nice break from the video games, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So
Maybe
it's
maybe I'll be inspired to do one myself, but I have too much on my plate to come up with questions to ask people.
I know it's difficult. It's difficult. Like this was hard for me to do. I'm surprised that it came out really good, and I'm glad that Laz was here to ask actually like really good questions I didn't even think of asking. I'm just like, you know what? That was a good act, except for the dick pics things. But you know, it's Laz. He's gonna do it.
Hey, maybe I can interview you, Will, sometime on my stream if I get around to it.
Yeah, maybe one day it would be very, very interesting just to see how that would be. Steal my questions. Okay, I will steal your questions. Yes, we could steal Laz's questions, and there we go.
But yeah, it'd be interesting. Are you planning on someone else for next Friday?
Most likely Laz. If he's into it.
Could have that, but he didn't. No. Oh, yeah. The people were. Yeah.
But he didn't know who those people were. Oh yeah. Theo, yeah, he said you should have laughed, but he guessed that you didn't know who those people were. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on tomorrow. Tomorrow. I don't know what the hell I'm doing tomorrow. I finally will probably start my series tomorrow that was supposed to start yesterday, and instead I didn't. So now I'm going to start it tomorrow. So hopefully I'm just testing out new ideas, seeing what sticks, what doesn't stick.
Wait, before we end, I got to do this once.
Oh! That is fucking badass. That's Darth Vader's lightsaber.
Yep, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Don't want to knock over my webcam by accident, but I had to do that once for the stream. I have some other lightsabers too, but I don't want to disturb my cat though.
Oh, okay. All right. But anyways, thank you so much, Theo, for being a part of the stream. Thank you, Laz, for being a part of it, and a few other people that stopped by said hello. So thank you. And this will be on YouTube. So be sure to check out all of Theo's links. They will be in the description below. And peace out, everybody.
And may the force be with you.
Bye.